All right, this is video 2 of 2. This video explains what you do after you have already set up your test sessions. This is for the day of testing. The first one was before you test. This one is for the day of. So you're going to go back to NWEA, click Map Growth, and go ahead and log in. So once you get here, so you're logged in, just like you did previously, you want to go to Manage Test Sessions. So you click on that. Okay. Many people are tempted to hit Find Students to Test. You don't want to do that. You've already found your kids, and you've already created a test session. So you want to go down here to the bottom where it says Show and click on Show. Then you're going to have to scroll down, and you want to select which hour you're going to test. Now, many of you will have multiple hours, but I just have the one set up now, so I'm just going to click Test Now. And it creates a testing session for me. So I want to pull this up before the students come into the room. I want to do two things. This test session, I want to write that clearly on the board, and the session password, I want to write that clearly on the board. That way the students will be able to log in once they get started. Your students what they need to do is on their computer, and they've already put the map test on there because you've told them 100 times to do it before you got to class. They need to go on their computer and go look for NWEA and select the lockdown browser. Once they do that, they will see a place where they can enter the test session and the password. Ask them to do that when you're ready. Once they have entered this test session and the password, this gray box is the information your students need, then there will be a drop-down menu to find their name. And because you've set this up ahead of time, their name will be on there. Have the student select their name. Since you have assigned them a test ahead of time, once they select their name, the test that they are taking that day will automatically populate in the next box. Then the students need to click Next. On the next page, it'll ask them to confirm the information is true, so they should see their name and what test they are taking. There's no reason why this shouldn't match, so then they need to click Yes. After that, a pop-up will say you need to wait for the teacher to confirm you. That is when you need to start doing your work. So when they do that, where their status is right now that says awaiting student, it will change to be confirmed. So what you want to do is click on the box next to anyone whose status says to be confirmed. If for some reason you know the student has done it but it doesn't say that, you can always refresh the status, because this one only updates every 60 seconds. So if it happened in between the last time, refreshing helps. So once you've clicked on all the boxes of those that need to be, let's say the status says to be confirmed, you click on their name and click Confirm Now. Their screen will change and from waiting for the teacher to saying Start Test. And then when you're ready for them, they can start the test. At that point, they are on autopilot. They just keep going. But let's talk about a couple of situations that come up frequently that people have questions on. One, what if someone is absent? Well, don't do anything. Just leave them right there in your test session. You can come back later and test them. That's not a big deal, and it's your responsibility to find time for them to finish, so you can just keep track of that. Okay? Having them in your test session is not going to mess anything up. Okay, second common problem is you've hit to be confirmed, and their screen does not do what it's supposed to. It doesn't start the test, or they get locked out for some reason. Okay, so if it won't, even though you confirm them, it won't give them the pop-up. So then let's say that happened to Joel. So I'm going to click on Joel's name, and right now it'll say confirmed. Okay, but it says confirmed on my computer, but it doesn't say that he can start on his. So then I'm going to change his status to do not confirm. Okay, and he'll go back to awaiting student. In the meantime, I'm going to have Joel completely log out of NWEA, and then when I'm ready and his status says awaiting students, he can log back in and start the process over again. That simple trick fixes most problems right there. What if Joel is taking the test and his computer freezes up? Well, then you want to click on Joel's name. You want to suspend his test. Okay? I'm not going to do it because he's not actually taking a test, but you want to suspend his test. And then it'll say that it's suspended. Once that is done, then you want to click on his name again, and you, if it doesn't say awaiting student, then you can click on his name and say do not confirm, or you can do test again, and it'll go back to the awaiting student, and then you can have them log out and start the process again. Another common thing is that someone leaves for baseball game or track meet or whatever reason they are not finished and you need to stop their testing, but they are not done. So again, you're going to click on their name, select the action, and then you want to click suspend. This will allow them to come back up to 28 days later and finish the test. That should handle most of your basic needs. If there's something really specific, you can try emailing myself or Moss.